until he saw his parents appear at a luxury hotel, spending a fortune to throw a birthday party for their adopted son. Only then did the boy realize that his poor parents were actually the richest people in town, and his father had even faked being ill to train the boy's ability to earn money. But the boy, who knew nothing of this, in order to gather $500,000 for his father's surgery, not only gave up the opportunity to study abroad, but also went to work at a construction site to earn money and even sold one of his kidneys, barely managing to scrape together the money for his father's surgery. When he handed over the life-saving money to his father even questioned where he got the money from. But the boy said he did what he had to do and earned what he deserved, and comforted his father, telling him to rest and recover. Then he said he was heading to work. After the boy left, the mother started complaining that they had been too strict with their son and had never even celebrated his birthday once. But the father, using the excuse of toughening up their son, refused to celebrate his birthday and turned around to celebrate the adopted son's birthday at the hotel, even asking his wife to prepare a gift to celebrate with the adopted son. But what they didn't know was their biological son was also working there, lining up at the entrance to welcome them. Since he kept his head down, he didn't recognize that the people were actually his own parents. But when the boy came to serve in the private room, he happened to see his parents celebrating the birthday of the adopted son. The boy was extremely confused. Since his parents were supposed to be in the hospital, how could they suddenly be here and turn out to be the richest people? With doubts in his heart, the boy dialed his mother's phone number. To his surprise, the people on stage were indeed his parents, who were lying about being in the hospital. At that moment, the boy finally realized that everything had been a lie. It turned out his parents were the richest people around, but why did they pretend to be poor and deceive him? It turned out that since childhood, the boy had been taught that the family was poor. Not only were his clothes and shoes worn out, even his toys were secondhand. This kind of home environment made the boy feel inferior from a young age, to the point where classmates isolated and looked down on him. He thought things would get better once he went to college. But unexpectedly, his father faked an illness to once again put him through hardship. But what they didn't know was the boy gave up the chance to study abroad just to raise the money. Even while working at the construction site, he was bullied by the manager there. Not only did the manager withhold his wages, but also made him crawl on the ground and bark like a dog. But to pay for his father's treatment, the boy endured all of it. But what he didn't expect was even the manager who bullied him at the construction site turned out to be working for his father. And the reason his father faked illness was to test the results of all those years of education. Now it seemed the father believed his parenting had been successful. But